everyone. Welcome once again to our Ghana language lessons. This video is a continuation to find out more about how the Ghana language was influenced by the Portuguese language. So far, we have been able to find out how the names of some food items were influenced by the Portuguese language. Today, we are going to find out how our fashion was influenced, including how the Ghana language borrowed some words from the languages of other European countries that visited the Gold Coast. Woba eko ke wogani kasimo. Mene woba kwe bonife ni wohisamo hu bachake wokogbe kume keje Portuguese riemomi ke majin krokume hu ariemomling. Before the transatlantic trade with the Europeans, the people of the Gold Coast were engaged in the trans-Saharan trade where they were able to trade in beads and textiles. They were engaged in this economic activity for centuries, and there was also some trade with the Eastern and Central African countries. There were particular groups of people who were specialized in trading with the Gold Coast. These were the Mandinka people, the Berbers, and the Nyamwezi group. Fashion before the late 15th century involved the use of bark cloth from trees, animal hides, raffia, fine grass, and vibrant colorful dyes. Dani brofo me baba mamani wokekpe oninji mamani afio kejo chose. Alo mamani ana kejo me chohi. Ni brofo bake raffia no ekohuni akeluo kente. Woke dre ni brofo bake grass. Woke no fio atale. Woke sui srotwe wo mamamli ni woke fio atale. Me ni yo ko yigbe tamo dagbon bi huke leda fio atale ke ni bi babao ni akesai. The Portuguese arrived on the Gold Coast in the late 15th century, followed by other Europeans like the Danes, Dutch, Swedes, Germans, Belgians, French, and the British. This brought about the transatlantic trade between Africa, Europe, Spain, and the Americas. They tapped into an already existing trans-Saharan trade in beads, textiles, gold, salt, cotton, cowries, and palm oil. This later transformed into the slave trade. A barter system of exchange was dominantly used, which was later replaced by gold and cowrie shells. The Europeans also brought with them glass beads, glassware or porcelain, firearms, alcohol, European waxcloth, perfumes, silk, and cotton. When it comes to fashion, we borrowed the following words from the Portuguese and other European countries and also India. The Portuguese will say algodão, which means cotton, and in Ghana we say algodão. Another word which we borrowed this time from the Dutch is the word dirk, which means cloth, and the Ghanaians will say duku. When we say duku, it means a head scarf created out of a cloth. The Portuguese will say camisa for shirt, and in Ghana, we will say camisa. We have already mentioned this in the other video. So those who were asking, how did these words get into our language, is because they imported those items into the Gold Coast. And then another word is silk. Silk is more related to the English language, and the Ghanaians will say slicky. We also got the word calico, which is the name given to a cotton cloth that was imported from a town called Calicut in India. The Dutch copied how to manufacture the African wax print from an island in Indonesia called Java. The first brand was Vlisco from Holland. We now have GTP, Woodin, ATL, and many more. The wax print is now common in most African countries. Dani Portuguese biye ke brofome kokrome hu baba gan no mi Gold Coast biye ame ke Africa maji kokome hu yojra omo ni nibi ni amehio titruji ashinoi ke mamai ni brofome ba amebahe nibi ni wohon eko nibi tamo ashinoi udonti shikatru trema kengo nibi ni amehu amebahon ahawoji ashino ni aketo efe plete twin dan slicky ke odonti wohe samomlin bachake wa dienche beni Dutch bi ke Holland mama baga eno klenkle ni baji Vlisco ni nane woye GTP ATL Woodin ke eminsrotwe babao woke woni kasemo bawa biene ke yashi woba kaseni ekunwe. Bye bye. We will end our Ga language lesson here. Until another video. Bye.